Art and design at A level is quite different from GCSE. You will be investigating whichever of the courses you choose, fine art, textiles or graphics, in a lot more depth. And because it is quite a jump from GCSE, the staff here are exceptional, very well trained, very varied in their skills. Ensure that from the outset there are a lot of techniques, sessions, a lot of training, a lot of learning takes place in order that students can make that jump from GCSE to A-level. I think it's been made a little bit more tricky in schools to opt for the creative subjects, but our uptake actually, interestingly, is increasing. I think the creative industries are still the biggest employers in Britain, and we certainly get advice from students going to interview that whether they're actually applying for an art and design course or whether they're applying for a different type of university course, for instance, we've had students return and be told at interview that it's their art and design that can often be quite helpful, because there's so much problem solving and so much independence that develops over an art and design course. So obviously the art and design qualification is, the A-level is useful for art and design progression, but it's also very useful for progression in other areas. Portraiture and fine art tends to be quite popular with students. It's also one of the most demanding of the topics, and so because we can actually train the students to record and respond to the human form so successfully here, if they can basically execute successful portraits, for example, it means that in the second year they can choose from a whole wide range of topics for their more sort of personal investigations. The art and design courses appear to me to be about developing confidence and independence, because a lot of the work as the students progress over the 2 years is much more personally directed. So students get as much independence as they can cope with to choose their own direction with the work. With that comes responsibility. It's challenging, but because students achieve that by the end of the 2-year course, that means that they feel set up for moving into a more independent world, either through work or into a university setting.